Well, hundreds of folks in Bluffdale are frustrated after experiencing triple-digit heat with no power for almost 7 hours this week. News specialist Jody Reynosa is live in Bluffdale. Jody, you spoke with victims who say this is the third power outage in just 3 months.
Yeah, Debbie, I'm here just outside of that neighborhood. They've experienced several power outages yesterday for almost 7 hours. As you can tell, the wind is just whipping through this part of the valley, something that Rocky Mountain Power is concerned about. You have the dry conditions, the heat, the wind, a dangerous combination during wildfire season.
We've lived here for about 3.5 years now, and when we originally moved in, were a lot of power outages.
It's been happening a lot more this year than in previous years.
Residents here in the Day Ranch subdivision in Bluffdale say the ongoing power outages are not only inconvenient, but dangerous.
A couple months out from expecting a baby, are we going to be putting our infants down in 85-degree room?
McKenna Roffler and Cassie Diaz are just two of the hundreds of concerned residents.
A lot of people had to do DoorDash. We couldn't cook dinner just because the power was out. And my niece, who's 2.5, it was too hot for her to sleep last night.
Whenever it was windy or the weather was inclement in like any type of way, but they were a lot shorter.
Shorter as in 5 to 6 hours, but the latest outage in the harrowing heat lasted almost 7 hours.
We did end up getting power back sometime around 11 is when our AC kicked on. But I know personally our home was up to almost 85 degrees.
After reaching out to Rocky Mountain Power, residents were told it's part of the enhanced safety settings to mitigate wildfires. Spokesperson for the power company, Jonna Whitesides, says even with advance warnings, from texts to letters, there are times advance notice is impossible.
The answer, I guess, to your question is there is no good way to notify people and give them a heads up other than for them to know we are in wildfire season.
Whitesides says they're trying to strike a balance.
What we're trying to do is find the balance between reliability and safety.
So the fact that it was off at the hottest point of the day.
It's been 3.5 years. At what point do we solve the problem?
As you can tell, folks are a little hot and bothered, understandably, though. Now, there was a woman, she got a hold of me earlier. She didn't want to go on camera, but she does say, you know, she relies on oxygen 24/7. So when the power goes out, she has to rely on specialty batteries, but they only last about 6 hours. So definitely some concerns tonight for the future. Reporting live in Bluffdale, Jody Reynosa, KSL 5 News.
All right, Jody, thank you.